Hello, I'm Reverend Karen Davis of First Christian Church. We are beginning the final stretch to Easter morning as we celebrate Palm Sunday, also known as Passion Sunday. We are looking at those events and the last week of Jesus' life and all that transpired. It begins with the triumphal entry into Jerusalem. And that's our passage for this Sunday from Mark chapter 11, verses 1 through 11. Jesus knows that what is ahead won't be easy, that he's met with resistance, but yet he continues to persevere, to have that flexible rigidity, to do what he knows is right and just and merciful and faithful to what God intends for God's people. As Jesus is making his way in, people are celebrating, shouting Hosanna, waving the palms or whatever branches they could find, laying down their cloaks to help with the dust on the road. They didn't quite have those Jerusalem water trucks out there to spray the water and settle the dust. So they did it with branches, with garments, celebrating that the Messiah perhaps was in their midst, that the one whom God has sent is there at last to liberate the people. What they were expecting wasn't quite what they received. What was intended was that, yes, this indeed is the Messiah. But the good news is that we are part of the change and the transformation. The good news is a call to action. Knowing what God intends for the world and for God's people calls us to be part of that good news, to see that it happens, that all God's people experience transformation, resurrection, that they all can be part of that story to live in a just and loving and grace-filled world. So as Jesus makes his way into Jerusalem, it's a reminder to all of us to get up and get on our way, to join in that journey, to join in making things the way that God intends, to share the good news that we have come to know and experience through Jesus the Christ. So as we see and hear the story of the disciples throughout Holy Week, where eventually some of them deny Jesus, they turn their back, they run and hide. We are called to join with Jesus, to be bold, to be brave, to be courageous, to be faithful, to do God's work, and to carry forth God's mission. We celebrate the good news that is ours through the life, the teachings, the resurrection of Jesus the Christ. And to make that good news a reality, it calls on each of us to act. May we go forth doing God's work and doing good. And may you have a blessed Holy Week.